Hello, how is everybody? I'm back, sort of. I'm just having a smoke. I'll put my camera on in a minute. Can you guys hear me? Okay. It's almost midnight, so oops, let's mute that. Guess you guys can hear me. Actually, it's quite loud. It's good to see you guys. It feels like it's been forever, but I don't know. It's only been like a month since I last went live. It feels like months and months and months. Um, yeah, I am slightly muffled. I'm not sure why. It's really loud. I'm just wondering if I turn it down a bit, is that better? No clue why I'm muffled. Just trying to work it. Hang on, I'll take the headphones out. Maybe I don't need the headphones. Maybe that just confuses things. How is everybody? I've been here. I've been like meh. I don't know what's going on. I've just been like, I'm tired. I don't feel like going live. I'm like, whatever. And so yeah, I was just gonna finish this cigarette, and then I'll put the video on. I was just gonna talk about that Bernie movie. So I only got around to watching it today, and it was really good. So it's got Jack Black in it, and it's about the funeral director in Carthage who ended up killing his his widowed, much older friend, um, and putting her in a chest freezer and no one noticed her like missing or anything, that they hadn't seen her for 9 months. And so Danny Buck was the district attorney back then. This happened in '96, and he was the district attorney back then, um, and was determined to um, to convict Bernie Tide of first-degree murder. And Bernie, Bernie, it's got Jack Black, um, what's her name, older woman, uh, Shirley MacLaine, and Matthew McConaughey plays Danny Buck. It's just funny. It's so funny. It's classified as a black comedy. Um, and I noticed that a lot of people in Carthage, sorry, this keeps going out because I keep talking. A lot of people in Carthage were kind of upset about the movie. They're like, there's no humour in murder and all the rest of it. And I think, and when you watch it, it's marked a comedy, but it really is not. It's it doesn't have enough comedic moments in it, I think, to warrant that. And I think a lot of people, not current people, older generations of Carthage, I think we're just pissed because of the way the town was portrayed. And the town was portrayed, I believe, authentically, genuinely. It included, I mean, they had auditions for the townsfolk to be in the movie, and a lot of people in the movie are actual Carthage townsfolk. So, but I think a lot of the people who were pissed off about it were probably more pissed off about it being portrayed as I don't know, like a yokel backwater small Texas town, and the way that the people were kind of portrayed as, my cousin is my brother, and my brother is my that kind of thing. Like in some instances, I'm not saying this. I'm saying that this is quite possibly why they got pissed off about it. And so I tried to go to bed, and I lay in bed for 40 minutes, just thinking about the movie. So many things, different things. So I was thinking, um, Danny Buck was so hell bent on getting justice for Bernie. And the thing is that let's say a lot of the people in Carthage loved Bernie, that he was a really sweet man. And I say man, he was late 30s, and this widow that he had, kind of started going and seeing every day and eventually started working for was 81, I think. And so Danny Buck was hell bent on, you know, um, trying him with first degree murder, even though this is kind of not premeditated. I don't want to ruin the movie. Okay, just finishing the cigarette. So I'm sitting there thinking in bed, I can't get to sleep. I just took some sleeping tablets. Um, camera back on. So I, um, I couldn't get to sleep. Do I want to go live about this? Because I was going to wait. Like, yeah, okay, I will. I can't get to sleep anyway. And so I'm like, Danny Buck's so hell bent on, and getting pissed off that, going into restaurants and that when the people are going, oh, but Bernie's so nice. And, Buck's here going, does everyone in Carthage forget that he murdered a woman? And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, this is a movie, so working out what is fiction and what is not is a little bit difficult unless I get the court transcript, which I could quite possibly do. But then when a friend of the family had come forward about what I was covering for Dana and Melissa in Carthage, who were killed by, I want to say vehicular manslaughter, but that's not the charge. So that Zedric Grace was driving a big, I don't know, tanker, water tanker or something in Carthage. On the loop, they were coming back from a party they hadn't had. They had like maybe one cup of Bloody Marys each. They weren't drunk or anything like that. And I have to say, he didn't have any drugs or alcohol in his system either. But he went through the warning light for the stop lights and the stop lights and ended up ploughing into their car and killing them both. They were sisters. And someone had brought that story to my attention, and this was like 3 years ago. And all the family want is for him to be brought to trial for justice. So after watching this movie, I just bought a cheap copy on eBay. It's an ex-rental. I was like, you portray Buck in this to be so hell-bent on getting justice and um, charging Bernie Teeter for his first-degree murder, which, by the way, he agreed later on shouldn't have been the charge. He should have been charged of a lesser sentence. So Bernie Teeter was released on bond. It was $10,000 in, I want to say, 2011 or 2014. I have to go back and have a look. And then was retried on a lesser charge, but still got 99 to life. And I'm like, you can't bring Zedric Grace to trial for killing these two women in Carthage. But you're hell bent, maybe. I know who you're talking to, but you're hell bent on getting first degree murder on Bernie Teeter. I was just shocked. I was like, oh my god! And so, okay, so there was, they were saying, you know, okay, this is a black man in a predominantly white town in eastern Texas, and the jury's going to feel sorry for him. Well, you shouldn't have an issue with that, Buck, because everyone felt sorry for Bernie to the point where you were worried if you would get an impartial jury pool in Panola County, and so you moved it, and you successfully had it moved, which was kind of out of character, because you guys, you know, didn't tend to, as they said at the time, didn't tend to have murders, and they're a bit more prevalent these days, as we know. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's about Lauren Thompson and all the rest of it. So if you haven't seen those videos, go back. There's a playlist below on Lauren Thompson, who's still missing. And so that's what I couldn't get my head around. I was like, you're not doing anything to bring Dana and Melissa's killer to justice. Albeit, okay, an accident, but for the charges that were put on him and that are still on his criminal record, they're down for a bond of 5,000, which is ridiculous for this charge in the first place. And you just excuse me. Oh, just hearing from my contacts, we need to cover another case. It's another double jeopardy. I will have a look into that after we finish here. So hopefully I can come back every day in a life capacity. I've been thinking about it a lot, and have had a lot to reflect on. A lot of time to reflect on certain things. Lauren's case being my first ever case. You remember that I opened my YouTube account like February 19th or something. I haven't been here that long. Before that, I was a true crime fan who read and watched and anything I could about true crime and particularly forensics. And I am going to be studying my Bachelor of Criminology and Criminal Justice as soon as I get some travel out of the way. And just switching the screen. So yeah, that was quite interesting. And I do need to go back and talk to the family because it has been, a little while since I spoke about Dana and Melissa's case. And And also Tyler's case too. I'll be spending some time with Tyler's mum, so that that will be good. Um, and hopefully we can get some justice for him as well. But just everyone's been so supportive, and there's been barely any trolls. But um, and they need to realise that I am so new at this, and did I ever think that covering a missing persons case, my very first one, would end up in the shit show that it's turned into? No, absolutely not. Um, but yeah, so I thought it was really interesting. Watch the movie. I think you can in America. It's going to be easy to access it. I just got an extra rental on eBay, old school, and watched it on my laptop for $5. So yeah, I'm sure that you can rent this or buy it if you want. But it was really good. Yeah. Um, Matthew McConaughey got an Oscar nomination for his role as Danny Buck, which I thought was funny. There's also a scene in the movie, and I would love to know if Danny Buck actually did this, but he had a wheel of misfortune, and he would assign a number on the wheel to all of his drug cases, and he would spin the wheel, and that whatever it landed on, number 8, that would be the guy that Danny Buck was going to go after, come after you first, and clear all these drug, charges out and that, and I just laughed more so than a non-Penola County person watching this, or a person even in Australia watching this movie, just because I know the the methamphetamine problem. I'm not laughing at the methamphetamine problem. I'm laughing at the joke that is Danny Buck to even suggest. So I'm thinking, I hope for your case, dude, that this is made up and that you didn't have a wheel of misfortune, because um, now what I'm thinking of doing is having a wheel of misfortune. It'll take me a month or so because I've got stuff I've got to do, places I've got to be, and things. But and then maybe we put on it all of the cases that you've not brought to justice, and I'll spin that. And then rather than deciding on what YouTube video to do or what case to follow up on, then we can just spin the wheel of your misfortune and look at the cases that you've denied justice to for many people in Carthage, not just Dana and Melissa. And um, yeah, so that is it for me right now. I'm going to try and get some sleep, and hopefully this is the beginning of me coming back every day, which would be good. But if even if I don't, yeah, there's a lot happening and going to be happening over the next, I want to say, like 6 weeks. So yeah, or longer. So I will hopefully talk to you soon.